Hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing? Well, so last night I would like to say half the bag, but I know it was a little heavier the other way. Hey, Ellen, how you doing? Hold on a second. Let me make you blue. There you go. Now you're blue, Alan. So I'd like to say that I panned half of it, but I'm pretty sure it was a little more than half of it. But this whole bag, this 3 pound bag, it was a guaranteed 0.75 for $90. I got 0.721 last night in last night's yield. So if you know, law of reasoning says that if I did do it in half and I got 0.72 last night, that I should probably yield somewhere around 0.70 now. AAA, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. So we'll just see. I'm gonna classify it here in a second. Wait for a couple more people to show up if they're gonna show up. Hey, Goomba. You haven't missed anything. We just started, bro. Just started. So this will be the remaining half of the 3 pound bag of chicken minor that I got. And like I said last night, I got 0.72. And so tonight we're going to finish it off and then we'll weigh it all up together after I dry it and then we'll see where we're at. Yeah, we just started, Goomba. Hi, Dorothy. Welcome in. So, Dorothy, I just gave the rundown. Tonight we're going to finish off the chicken minor bag. It was a 3 pound bag with a 0.75 guarantee that I paid $90 for. And last night I got 0.721 out of the half that I did last night. So we're gonna finish it off and see what the total yield is after we're all done. So while we're here, let's we got some people here. Let's start classifying some dirt, see where we're at. And I always classify, so I know some dirts you probably won't have to classify, but for me, it just makes it easier. I mean, I know it makes it easier for anybody who classifies. That's the whole purpose of it, but I just like to classify is kind of what I'm getting at. Curtis, welcome in, buddy. Some pretty good sized rocks in there. We'll get those washed off here in a few. And leave that there for now. So last night, surprisingly enough, in this classification, the kitchen strainer set classification, I found quite a bit of gold. And I didn't think I was going to. I thought I was going to get skunked, honestly. So you know what I'm going to do. So how is everybody today? It was Monday, so people I'm sure were working. Goomba comes from the Stacker side of things. I know him from Stacker channels. I'm glad he came over. He's been wanting to branch out and start doing some mining. He's an old trapper, actually. He can tell you some stories. I was on his channel one day listening to him talk, and he's got some stories. I know you do. I remember talking to you about it. That's awesome. It's really fun. All right, so there we are. I'm not going to classify it down anymore. I think that would just be a waste of time. I'm going to go ahead and get the big rocks. Were ya? That's cool. Stacking's awesome. I do stacking. I stack all the time. That's what my channel's based on. Let's get some water over here. How's the view? Does it look good? Well, whether it does or doesn't, we're going to get going. I'm not seeing any big nuggets. Oh, I've got jet dry in the water. I have jet dry in that glass of water as well. See the bubbles? Yeah, I'm already. But I can pan with my left hand too. But I prefer to pan with my right. Yeah. Use some of these rocks. That's good. But thank you to make sure. I appreciate that. This stuff pans off pretty easy. Let's pan it back, see if there's anything in here. I'm not seeing anything on this one. But that's okay. That's exactly how it went last night, too. We are panning chicken minor. So I got a 3-pound bag of chicken minor. Last night I pounded the first half, and this is the second half. Ah, you're good. Just 3 pounds is a lot to go through in one sitting. So, and plus, I was on for about an hour and a half to 2 hours last night. And that's quite a bit of time. So if I'd have done the second half, it'd have been a good 3.5 hours, I would say. And that's just a lot of time. Well, thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate everybody for coming in. That's awesome. You get the ultimate reveal tonight too. Find out how much we get. was clarifying some of my mother's day buckets. Nice. We'll see anything if we get anything out of this pan. Last night, like the first two pans, there was absolutely no gold. So we'll see if this time, if tonight gives us anything different. There's some more water in there. There we go. Oh no, I knew what you meant. You still have a whole bucket of stuff that you need to go through. I'm surprised you, like I saw it on your video earlier, you've got stuff sitting off to the side that you haven't gone through. It's just kind of chilling and sitting there. And that was like, I saw another video before that though that you had like more and more piles of stuff that needed to be gone through too. What's up, Jeff? So we'll see if tonight's going to be anything like last night when it comes to this part of the pay dirt. Oh, for you? No, I feel you. I feel you. And see, that's my biggest thing is when I get a bag, I want to pan it so bad that, you know, I don't really have any dirt sitting around other than tailings. And I know I can make content out of going through tailings, but honestly, I want to get a sluice buddy to go through my tailings, especially for my fines. It's going to take a lot of the tedious work out of it and make it easier to break it down for me. And so I'm just waiting to invest enough money to get a sluice buddy, cleanup buddy. David Carlisle, welcome in. Yeah, I know. I feel you. See, I should have waited to do this until tomorrow. Because I was live last night. Right? That would have given me more time in between. Because now after this, I'm going to be out of pay dirt. So now I got to wait for more pay dirt to come. It's hard to scratch that itch. If you don't have dirt to pan. But, so, if the weather's nice, tomorrow's my day off. If the weather's nice, if I can do it and put gas together, I will put gas in the car and drive out. Hi, silly. What are you doing? Hi, baby. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. It's hard, but if you let it, it'll consume all your time too. So, it's all like sometimes, yes, everybody can see your chats. T.O., what's going on, buddy? So I can see your chat. I can see you talking silly. So when you say something and everybody else can see it too. Ah, you didn't miss much, brother. We're working through the last pan of the second classification. See if we get any gold in this one. I know it's you, Sky Silly. Did you see T.O.? He said he hopes you enjoyed it. You should have saw the look on her face when she saw all the gems. And is that a fossil that was in there, T.O.? The bigger stone? It looks like a fossil. And the gold. So we're going to see if this classification has anything in it. Last night's had some in the second to last pan and the last pan. Tonight's has had none at all. Oh, I do see a piece. So we do have a piece of gold in there. Not a bad little piece. That's a picker. I sucked up the old snuffer bottle there. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so that was all there was in that classification, which is okay because last night's classification gave us quite a bit. So let's, you know what, let's scoop like we did last night. We'll do two. Yeah, gotta love that cheddar. Come on. Muscle Show, what's up? Let's see if we can't find some shiny in here. Now, I have heard that chicken miner bags are typically heavy, but it was only a 0.75 guarantee, which would be absolutely nuts if we pulled 0.72 out of last night's haul and only 0.03 out of tonight. That would be absolutely crazy. Now, I know crazier things have happened, don't get me wrong, but that would be nuts. It is. Last night, I mean, yeah, it's dirt. It's fun dirt. It wasn't too challenging, so it's not like it was super hard, but the hardest bag I've ever had was the Culver clay bag. That was the hardest bag I've ever done. And I honestly, I never completed it all the way, I don't think. I think I just pulled whatever gold I could and didn't fight the rest of it because I still have a bucket of it or a little small bowl of the tailing sitting in my kitchen. Let's go and paint it back, see what we got. Yes, I believe it is. I actually still have it was the red one. I won it off of a giveaway on Miller Prospecting. It was a half-gram bag, and I think I got like 0.38 or something like that, but my scale really wasn't all that great. The scale I have now is way better in comparison. Well, if you guys see what I see up there, I think that's what the name of it was Red Doe. And you would think that for a giveaway bag, though, they would have made it, and this is like a bag that I got a long time ago, like right after I stopped drinking the Klesh juice, the Klesh Kool-Aid. So there we go. Not bad. We'll get her sucked up here in a second. Gold sucked up. Skylar, are you still on? Yeah, the Klesh Kool-Aid. Yeah, see, I feel the same way. There's so many better pater vendors out there. And honestly, if I wouldn't have done that, started watching Miller, and started reaching out and finding other pater vendors, I'd probably still be stuck doing that same stupid shit. I'm glad I don't anymore. To think about how much money I spent. Dude, if you think about how much money I fucking spent, oh, buddy. It wasn't, I didn't go ridiculous or anything, but I'll be honest with you. I spent more money than I should have. It's just, honestly, Tio, it's a hard pill to swallow knowing now what I know and who I know. Yes, don't get me wrong. Golden and Mammoth, yes, he's still better than them because he guarantees the amount of gold. The problem is you pay a lot. His 1 gram bag is 175. Like I was that poor schmuck that was buying that 1 gram bag sometimes. I was an idiot. But I bought his stuff because he always guaranteed, and he always said it. And I watched all of his videos and I watched how I reviewed other people. And he always talked about how no, you never buy it unless it's got a guarantee. And sure as shit, there I was drinking more Kool Aid. Drinking more Kool Aid. Yes, 175. It might be 155 now. It's the green bag. Joseph Lopez, welcome in. I'm just glad that I know who I know now and I know what I know now. Because, like they say, knowledge is power, I guess. Now I know more shit. I know better people. And I won't ever have to worry about that. I won't ever have to worry about paying overinflated prices for a bag of pay dirt. Now knowing the people that I know. It was an expensive lesson to learn, but I learned it nonetheless. It was my lesson to learn. I'll follow my own sword. Nobody made me push the buy button but me. But I'm better off now. I know better people. I know better things. And the community, so great. There's no shysters like that in this community. Everybody cares about each other and takes care of each other. I was mentioning how my daughter is a rock hound and how she likes to pan for gold and how I wanted to buy her a bag. And Tio, first things first, he goes, dude, you let me know when your daughter's ready for a bag and I will hook her up. And he delivered. I do need to buy one of your bags, Tio, that has all the swag attached to it so I can get the cloth bag and all that other cool shit you got, man. Will you hang in there, Joseph? You hang in there. Cool. There's some more shiny here. With what I have, I'm pretty sure I've already broke the 0.75. Getting the black sands out there the best that I can, so I don't suck them up with this snuffer bottle. Less cleanup. Was that the heavy metal bag, Tio? Yeah, there was a little something in there. Go get some more water, so give me just a second, you guys. I'll be right back. All right, let's finish this shit up. Was that the heavy metal bag? Is what I was asking. The one that has all the stuff on it. I don't know about the heavy metal bag. Seemed a little intimidating with all that silver floating around in there. Seems like jet dry doesn't help silver stop from floating when it's super fine like that. Fire and ice, what's that got? Sounds interesting. Mexican Fire Opal, CZs, and of course gold. I'm sure everyone's got all of them have gold. But those are the that's cool. And the Wizard's Horde. I'm assuming more crystals. But I like the Mexican Fire Opal. That sounds pretty interesting. Ah, the Wizard's Horde sounds interesting. A little more than that Fire and Ice. And if I'm not mistaken, you said raw turquoise looks like copper, if I'm not mistaken, from what you said. Is that correct? Let's pan her back, see what we got. Yeah, a little speck of gold up there. Not a speck, I mean, it's a flake. Not what I was expecting. Oh, there's more up there than I thought. Yeah, see, I'd want a bag of all of it too, but I can't afford to get a bag of all of it. So I'll have to chip away. Yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, better than I thought it was going to be. Here we go. So I'm thinking if tomorrow's nice, if I can swing it, I'm going to go out to Gold Bar and try to find a creek and maybe do some panning and some sluicing and see if I can find some gold out in the old wild. Maybe get some cons and bring them back and go through them and see if I get anything. I did hear this is a dirt I'm going to have to go through twice for sure to make sure I get it all. But from what I found, I haven't found any really fine gold anywhere. Now that might be why I need to go through it twice, because I'm not finding it and seeing it. But from what I've gotten so far, everything's been pretty big. Most of everything I've gotten out of this, except for some finds towards the end of the second bag. That's funny. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? You find your best gold where they say there isn't gold at all. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Find out what we got in this pan. Just getting rid of some more materials so there's not as much pan back. I'm being careful because there's black sands walking up on me. Yeah, but there will be a time, Alan, when you do have time and your channel will already be established. And then at that point, it'll launch. I know, I know. So Skylar, the one who was on a little bit ago, she talked me into starting my channel. And it all started because I was panning Clash Pater, and she's like, Dad, you know what you should do? You should go online and pan dirt online. And I was like, okay. And I just kind of blew it off. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, if I do something, I want to do it, around something that I like and I believe in. So then I started a stacking channel because, I like stacking silver and I stack gold. And honestly, panning for gold is just another way for me to stack metals. I'm just stacking gold for cheaper than I would in coin form. So I started it, and like every time I got more than one or two subscribers, she was letting me know. Literally, she's my biggest fan. And I owe my channel pretty much and all of its success to her because she talked me into starting it. And my 10-year-old. I know she is. What's going on, buddy? How you doing? I know she's proud of what I do. And she loves to pan for gold. She panned a bag from T.O. that he made, and she dug every second of it. She couldn't wait to tell T.O. that she panned his bag of dirt, and thank you. Dad, let me know when he's online. Okay. There we go. Let me get you away from all those black sands. Whew. Oh yeah, dude. She the minute so I bought her first bag. It was a beginner bag. It was a clutch bag. Okay. And after she did her first bag, she got a little over a quarter gram of gold, and she was hooked. Hooked, line, and sinker. That girl wants to do nothing but collect gold, right? So, so now, because I'm a stacker and she's interested in what I'm doing, when she does a chore, she earns a Roosevelt silver dime to put in her dime book. And I'll tell you, that girl is so excited for when she'll gets to an ounce. She just talks about it all the time. Dad, I'm at 11 dimes. I need 14 for an ounce, right? Yes. How much is that worth? This much. No way. And that's just 14 dimes, right? Yes, dimes. How is it $1.40 is worth $33? That went out. That's going out tomorrow, bro. It's going out tomorrow. And I'll see if I can, because I have stamps to send it. So I'll see how much it's if I can upgrade the shipping, I will. I worked all day. I could not get to the post office, but I have tomorrow off. I gotta go there anyways. There's a package waiting for me. I have no idea what it is. I didn't think about it. I should have just created a FedEx label at work today. But I was so fucking busy at work, I couldn't think straight. There was so much shit going on. Night, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. No, Curtis, I didn't get to. I'll do it tonight, man. I'm sorry, bro. Like I said, I was super busy last night. I got done weighing up this stuff, cleaned up the mess a little bit. I left the pan of water on my table still, and went to bed because I had to work today. I'll get it done tonight. Sorry, Curtis. But I'll get you a poker chip out too. I have like 6 left. B&B should be getting his tomorrow. Everybody else's stuff left on Saturday, so I don't know if it moved on Sunday, but I sent out like 12 envelopes. A whole bunch of people's stuff. I was told to use butterfly stamps for some reason, so I made sure everything had a butterfly stamp on it. But you guys gotta understand, my post office, I put something, the one here in Everett, I dropped something off 2 weeks ago. Okay, cool, man. I've got a sticker board, so my sticker board's halfway full already. And that's because I didn't put any dupes up there. If I'd have put dupes up there, I can fill the front side and the back side. Well, that sucks. Getting sent to a different department. And yeah, Curtis, I do like stickers. I love, actually, I love being able to show the people that have supported me and show their channels so other people can go and check them out. Because, like I mentioned before, the stacker community and the prospecting community, the people are so much alike that it's very easy for me to find a home at either place because of how everybody is. It's just amazing the quality of people that you meet on YouTube. And you wouldn't even think so because everybody tells you, oh, don't get too close to people and don't do this because you don't know them, you don't know what they're out for. And it's like, man, if I thought like that, I'd never meet anybody for starts, and I wouldn't have half the friends that I do because I've met half of the friends that I have on YouTube because they're all just great people. I will. No machines, and I use the butterfly stamp. I know to make sure that it doesn't go through a processing machine. It'll make sure it doesn't break my clay chips. I did that on all the packages. Yeah, did they like give you a reason or just say deal with it? Come on, Cheddar. Looks like we got some gold up there. Right above the black sand, so pretty sure I can sneak the old sniffer bottle in there and grab her up without grabbing all that sand. Mission accomplished. So we probably got about another 2 pans worth of dirt, and then we are weighing up what we got. See how we fall. Then we'll weigh up last night and then tonight, and we'll see what the total take is on the Chicken Miner 0.75 bag for 90 bucks. I suspect that we'll be over the 0.75. I think we were over that with the picker I got earlier. That's how I see it. Like I said, there's good people in both communities, and the everybody is so similar and alike. It's and caring and giving, and I mean, really, there's no reason why we all can't be just one big, huge family and community. Especially the people around me, man. Everybody that I meet is great. So thank you all for your support. I appreciate every one of you coming in, watching my lives, watching my videos, chatting. Yes, this is Chicken Miner. I bought 2 bags. I kept one and I sent one to Bob. His bag should be there tomorrow from what his tracking said. Now, the corner of my bag that I kept, I wasn't going to send Bob the broken bag. The corner of my bag had a hole in it. I don't know if it happened during shipping. I'm assuming it did because I doubt that they would put together a bag that had a hole in it. But they were just Ziploc bags. Nothing heavy duty about them. They were just plain old Ziploc bags. It had 10.10 in it. That's pretty heavy. So this was supposed to have 0.75, and I paid $90 for it. And I'm pretty sure with what I got, I'll be over. But anyways, he sent me 2 bags, and so I bought one bag for Bob, so I shipped it to him because he didn't notice it at Chicken Miner that when I paid for the bags, I put 2 different addresses on there. So he sent both bags to me instead of one bag to me and one bag to Bob. And we're pretty much trading on that. Uh, he had a bunch of videos and stuff he said he was doing, and plus he's got family time, I think. I talked to him right before I popped on. He said he might be able to try to stop on, but he pretty much told me that he wasn't going to be able to make it, which is cool. You know, I don't expect everybody to stop by every time I run something, but it's always cool that you guys do. I appreciate the support. You're all my family. Yeah. What's up, Southeast? I know it is a better picture tonight. I can text you his address when I'm done. I was gonna do that earlier when you told me that, but I didn't get a chance to because I was busy. But I'll text you his address when we're done. Nice piece of gold sitting up there. There she is. Couple little pieces sitting up there, a bigger one and a smaller one hiding out next to it. Sure, man. I'll help you go through it. And whatever I find, I'll send back to you. Yeah? We're just gonna suck her up, though. Sure, I got that little guy sitting next to him. Yep, he's gone too. So it looks like we got about one more pan's worth of dirt. And then we're weighing up the take after doing a snuffer dump. YouTube just died on you. You have problems like I do with my phone, Tio. That shit would have happened to me. All right, let's get to the bottom of this pile. See what we got. I'm not gonna rush. I don't want to rush past any. No problem. I don't want to rush. I don't want to miss any gold by rushing and letting it go right out the pan. Now I am going to go through everything again, of course, just to make sure. Especially with this dirt, I heard you got to go through it twice. Is that better? Video tonight is a lot better than it was last night. Man, it was choppy at first. I don't know what was going on with my internet here at home. About 30 minutes into the stream, everything just popped on and everything was running great. Coffee filter. You mean for all the coffee I'm dealing with here? almost done. Let's see. A little more material I can get out of the way. Oh, I bet. You pan a lot more gold than I do, though, buddy. You pan way more dirt than I do, so you see that stuff way more often. You're always live. You always go live when I'm at work. And so it's hard for me to hop on and say hey and watch you. Oh, pan this before dumping it? Oh, I get what you're saying. I'm expecting to see some shiny in this one. This is the last part of the whole pan, so if there was going to be some heavy metal, it would definitely be in this part of the dirt. How many subs do you have? You could do it. Yeah, Curtis, I was just gonna say, you gotta go and you gotta go and make sure you can go live first. You gotta go and make sure YouTube approves you to do so. It's like a vetting process. So you gotta go and try to do it, and they'll say, you can't do this for 48 hours after we do some checks. So you gotta go do that real quick. It is pretty relaxing, Cartier. Deneen, hi, welcome in. 70 plus, that's badass. Did you do your 50 sub Gibby? Yeah, so you guys all saw the pours that Don made for me, right? Or Cartier Silver, I'm sorry. You saw the pours that he made for me? I'm not. I'm not asking you to give anything away. I was just asking. I thought you were doing one. That's all. Maybe we were just trying to get you to 50 so we can get you to go online. What's up, A3? Oh, cool. I wasn't quite sure what the push was for, but I know, you're at 70 now, so that was good. Probably took a little longer. When was your birthday? This Friday. So you got the 50 beforehand or after? This Friday coming up or this Friday that just passed? All right, you guys, we're doing a snuffer dump. Oh, well, happy early birthday there, Curtis. And I'm glad we got you to that 50 sub mark before your birthday because I know that's what the push was for, was to get you there before your birthday. So that's awesome. I'm glad we got you there. I'm glad you got yourself there because I'm sure you did most of the work, man, because I ain't posting your content. You are. Yes. So I can confidently say that with that gold right there, yeah, you should be good to go. That with that gold there and what I got last night, that we're gonna be beyond the 0.75. Woodsy, what's up, brother? Alright, last cleanup. Pretty sure that should have done it right there. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. It's going to be a decent cleanup. And I'm pretty confident it's going to be a pretty heavy weigh in too. Right on. You do you, brother. We'll have a gold weigh in here soon. Pop in when you're done. If you're going to pop off, pop in when you're done. If I'm still on, say hey. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and I already got the heater ready to go, so I'm going to go put that over in front of it, start getting it dry, and then we'll figure out what's going on with this. See how much gold we got. Alright, well, while we're doing that, I'm going to move this dirt, this muddy thing out of my way. Whew. Alright, Tio, are you still in here? Teo, welcome in. Tio, if you're still in here, was the Ghost Town pay dirt Independence Pass? That is the bag that is all clay. That I, for the life of me, cannot get the gold out of it. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right there. Come on, gold dry. Gold's drying, guys. It's almost done. Yeah, so this bag I paid $90 for with a 0.75 grams guaranteed gold. Like I was mentioning, last night I pulled out 0.721 already, so we'll see what tonight adds to it. I'm guessing we're probably going to be close to a gram. Yeah, so when I bought it, it was I'd say it was probably a week ago, a week and a half ago. I'd say a week and a half because I had to ship it to Bob or to B&B. So about a week and a half. Took him a couple of days to ship it, and then he shipped both of them to me instead of one to me and then one to B&B. So, but yeah, so about a week and a half. Yeah, and the bags always are based off of spot. Thing about it is, Tio, is who do you know buys placer gold at 100% for 24? Nobody, because they have to be able to make money, right? So what's the best spread you've been able to find on a buyback? Yes, Cartier is always market price. But most of the time, and with a lot of pay dirt vendors that you deal with through the channels that you deal with me, and like so Tio, for instance, things like that, the $25 bag that he sold my daughter had a bunch of gems and stuff in it, and he seeded it with 0.165, which is more than with the bag, the gold, and the gems. It was all worth more than what the $25 was. Plus, he sent her two small little pans and a spoon or a shovel as well. You know, because I could sell to Miller, right? But why would I want to sell my gold? I mean, I want to just stack my gold, but ultimately, I want to melt it into something. You know, like use it to gild a silver bar or something like that. Something sick. Yeah, but then so I understand. I know. Because you've got to purify it. You know, like I was saying before, you guys, the crazy thing is I grew up on a placer mine road, and I didn't even realize it at the time when I was growing up, the significance of it. I grew up at 1378 Placer Road, and my buddy's mom was dating a guy who lived on the mine and mined gold out of the mine. That's how he made his living. Yeah, but you're not like, you do get something back, and you always get the chance of, if you are out in the wild and you're panning, finding a specimen or something like that, because specimens, they're worth way more than just the gold value because they're a mixture. They're like part quartz and part gold, or part this or part that. So specimen, mainly part quartz and gold when you find a specimen. And those are worth more. People pay more for those because of their significance and their how rare they are. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, dude, you don't see, that's the great thing about it, is you're gonna get a bag of dirt, a pan, and you're gonna pan it, right? But you're gonna be told how much gold is in there. So if you don't find it, you pan it some more and you look for what you're supposed to find. That's true. That's true. You can go out and just find some finds, and some findy little fucking fly poops. But you're finding gold in the wild. And where there's some gold, there's other gold. And that's what gets you. Yeah, you don't want to set yourself up with something that holds a whole lot of black sands in it if you're not used to doing that. Something that has no magnetics, no black sands, larger pickers so you can learn how to wash the dirt away from the gold, things like that. And a beginner bag is perfect for you because they're designed for that. They're designed for you to, they're the first crack rock. First crack rocks are free. And you'll get the hang of it. You've got a steady hand. I've seen you do your pours. You check that gold. All right, we are dry. Culver does have a nice beginner bag. I like Culver's dirt. Uh, yeah, Curtis, you're doing really good. If you started in February. All right, so let's get this transferred over to a piece of paper and then into the boat there and find out what we got. Alright, let's tear her out. Zeroed out. So let's see what we got for tonight. Alright, so for tonight, we got 0.212. Let's add what we got last night to it. So we are at a 0.929 on a guaranteed 0.75 bag. B, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. So not bad. Total take 0.929. Hold on. Let me get it out of chat. This is total results from last night and tonight, B. Last night's results, we got 0.721 total, and tonight we got 0.212, so total 929 at a 0.75 bag. And I could have missed some. I'm not sure. I've got to go through the tailings, of course, but I'm pretty confident I got most of it. There's no big chunks that got past me. I know of it. But at that point, that's a good ROI. $90 for 0.929. Can't ask for much better than that. Good night, Dorothy. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. You guys give me just one quick second. Sorry. Yeah, 0.929 total weight. Didn't turn out too bad. Yeah, good night, Dorothy. Yeah, almost. It was a 0.75 bag, so yeah, close to it. Almost 0.20 over. Yeah, the work didn't look like much fun from the picture you showed me. Okay, Bob, you got to get in touch with Cartier Silver. Just having issues with your address. I told him I would text him when I got off, but if you got his number, just text him. Okay. So yeah, 0.929, not bad. I'm confident that I didn't lose anything or lose any dirt or any gold out of it. But still, the response I got was a little weird. All right, man. Have a good night. Yeah, like I said, the picture you showed me didn't look like it was good. All right, Gary. I'll see you around. Well, you lose a lot of gold when you melt placer, like Tio was mentioning earlier, because it's mixed with so many other things. But I was thinking about melting it down and like maybe gilding. I don't know. Did you see the bar that FG Stacker made me? I also got a bar from Cartier Silver. His bar he sent out to me in the mail today. So I've got that bar on its way as well. But I don't know, I was just kind of spitballing. This is the bar that FG Stacker poured for me. To make sure I got it good in the camera. There you go. And he toned it for me. So it's got a lot of blues down in here. Now Cartier Silver poured me a bar. Now the bar that he poured me is a different style. It says humble stacker down the sides, right? And his is not toned at all. It's shiny. He ran it through the tumbler for me. So I'm going to have two different versions. So I was thinking I'm going to have FG Stacker pour me or make me a mold for when I hit 500. And if I can do it right, I'm going to have it say this right here, but I'm going to have 500 and then subs down this side as a silver giveaway for my 500 sub party. What do you guys think? You think that would be sick? Yes, he posted a video about it. But yeah, so the ones that he poured are all shiny. He ran them through the tumbler, so they're nice and clean and totally shiny. And then I got an authentic looking one. So, Cartier does really good work. He poured me some 5.56s. He poured me an alien head. He poured me a 40 and a 9, or a 45 and a 9. Um, he's done a lot of stuff. And you know, the great thing about him is he works for silver if you work out the right deal with him. He even said it on one of his posts. So I'm not throwing anything out there. He said that um, he worked up a deal with me and he was getting all the silver that I got as payment. And he's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, I work for silver. So keep that in mind. If you guys want something and you want something poured, he does work for metal. But yeah, FG made me this cool little case too for it. And right here is two plastic pieces that fold together and they make a stand. Oh, I love silver too. Oh, meandering. Hold on a second. Boom, let's smurf you up. Bam. Bam. Alright, now you're blue, bro. Yeah, man. You do good work. I always know that the quality of what I'm getting is going to be high standard, so I don't ever question it. That's why I tell you to just do your thing. From the very first time I started seeing you do pours, I wasn't worried about anything that I was going to have you pour. Because if you couldn't do it, you tell me you couldn't do it, and if you could do it, you're going to make it badass. So, kudos to you and your work ethic. Well, you and Cartier need to hook up. No problem, Mark. You know, he does an Eye of Horus that's pretty sick, and he does some scarabs. Now, I heard the scarabs are kind of a pain in the ass, but he does some scarabs that are pretty sick too. You should check out some of his stuff, dude. He does a lot of pours. That bar right there is 1.8. That one's 1.8. The ones that Cartier poured me are like 2.3. Hey Cartier, will you make sure that you tag me on the pours? I want to see what you do for them, please. I love watching your pours. They're 2 ounces. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. 2.2 and 2.3. If you watch his mail call that he did from me recently, you'll see what he got. He collects Mercuries and Benjamins. He's got books on both of them, and he's got key dates and years he needs to fill. He also needs pouring silver and stuff like that. Just hook up with him, man. You guys need to connect. He's a cool dude. He'll take care of you. I guarantee it. I wouldn't endorse him if he didn't. Here, check this out. I'll show you the alien head he did too, and the 5.56. Here, check this out. There's a 5.56. Trying to get a good view of it for you. There we go. That's the alien head pour he did for me. It weighs 2.3. And I have him stamp everything too. This one he couldn't put his name on it, but he did stamp the weight. This is 29 grams. And I had him pour me this. This is the first ship coin pour token that he got. It's made out of brass. The backside. Curtis, take it easy, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. This is the first of the ship series. I believe this is what inspired the ship series, was how good this pour came out. Not this one, but his in particular. His is silver and it's sick. It's brass and it's sick. But the pours came out really well, and I believe that's why the ship series got inspired, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he does sick pours. So Mega Silver Stacker, welcome in. Yeah, he's the one that made the molds for the bars for this bar and the one that Cartier poured. FG has got a pretty badass software for his 3D printer. Well, Mega, you missed it. We finished panning the chicken miner pay dirt, and we got 0.929 grams of gold out of a guaranteed 0.75 bag. So, pretty good ROI when you think about it. 100%. A little over. Well, man, you're pouring a lot. You got a lot going on, and you're working too. Or maybe you got time off right now still until you go back to work. I'm not quite sure how that's working out. I don't remember what you said. But yeah, he's got a series of like 6 of them that he's doing. So yeah, the take wasn't too bad on that. And there's a pretty decent sized picker in there. I'd almost say it's a small nug. but nowhere near the size of the one that Bob had in his or B&B had in his for me. But that was a special bag that he made for me. But that one weighs 0.445. That's the biggest piece of gold I've ever had in my hand at one time in raw form. All right, man. Are you taking off, B? All right, man. I'll see you. Thanks for stopping by. Next time you're on, because I'm on notifications for you. So next time you're on, I'll hit you up. If I'm not working or not, I work fucking like a slave. I work my ass off. 14-hour days and shit. All right, man. I'll see you later. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really do. I'll see you later. Nah, man. I feel him. I got little girls. I had 3 daughters. I feel him. I know all about that shit. That's what good daddies do. Some daddies ignore that shit, but the real ones are there. How many we got on? We got 6 on still. That's cool. You guys want to talk about gold in its most expensive form? That would be jewelry, but this is the second most expensive form. I know there's no little ones around you, bro. I feel you. Now, this is the heaviest piece of gold I've ever had because it's a half ounce coin. And that's got some weight. Like, surprising, like how heavy it actually is for its size. Just blew me away. And even the quarter ouncers, like this Pre 33 1885, or this Saudi Arabian one. I know you did, brother. I know you did. Well, when it comes to gold, because they are definitely the most affordable, but honestly, man, the 10th ouncers, they stack too. And I get that you pay a little more premium on it, but honestly, you get it back in most cases, if not up to spot. And so it's not, you don't take a really big hit. And it's easy to stack one of these on a monthly basis than it is to stack one of these. You know, I mean, and you're a stacker. I'm a single dad. I pay $1,000 a month in child support, and I still buy my kids everything they need. I live by myself. I do it all on my own. So the fact that I've got what I got is quite the feat for me, honestly. I'll stack what I can where I can. I got a really good deal on these. I got a really good deal on these. I had all this already. I found a guy who wanted to trade gold for silver, and I did it. I got it. Well, he really wanted 50 ounces of silver for 0.6 ounces of gold, is what he wanted. I got him down to 38. It worked. He made a deal. Was both worth paying for it. Yeah, I did the deal. I'm not looking to make money right now. I'm in it for the long haul. I needed the gold anyways. Yeah, I know. I know. But I postponed it. I put it off because he wanted 50 and I wasn't willing to do that. So I waited and waited and waited. And then he hit me back up when the GSR got to 100 to 1. And he's like, I'm still willing to do that deal. And I was like, yeah, but I'm still not willing to do 50. So let's talk. And he's like, okay, 45. And I'm like, nah, dude. I mean, like, I'll give you 40, just under. So I gave him, what, 39? 39 and some 2 50-cent pieces. And I got 0.6 gold, which is cool. I got a quarter ounce maple. This is I said it was Vietnamese, but I did more research. It's actually a Thai coin. It's 3.55 grams. It's 3.75 grams of gold. and it XRF'd at like 23.8 something. And the Saudi Arabian quarter ounce gold, it XRF'd at the 23.8 something too. And of course, the maple's 24%. So I did the trade. Honestly, I have been expecting a whole bunch of blowback from the stacker community for doing it. But nobody's given me any crap yet. But it is amazing how much more darker the older gold is opposed to the newer gold, if you look at it. Just in general. It's quite the difference. But so I got the gold and I got it because I was going to stack it anyway. So I just traded some silver for it. So instead of stacking silver and gold like I do, I'll just stack more silver to compensate for what I paid for in the gold. So my stack will even itself out, is what my ultimate plan is to do. And I don't know if you guys saw or not, but I picked up that 10-ounce dragon or a snake bar. A 10-ounce snake bar at my local coin shop that I just started building a relationship with for $3.35. That's a screaming deal for a 10-ounce bar. And he's got a whole tub of silver. He's got poured silver. I grabbed this one because it'll stack on top of my silver gold bull bar really well. But yeah, it was a nice score. It's got the little snake scales on the back. But yeah, $3.35. And if he's going to sell me 10-ounce bars at that price, it'll be easy for me to compensate for what I swapped over for the gold. It'll be pretty easy to build that back up. I'll just do it 10-ounce bars instead of 1-ounce rounds and 1-ounce bars like I gave him. So I walked up, the lady goes, "How can I help you?" I said, "How much for a 10-ounce bar?" She looked at the guy says $3.35. Anyone in there? And I started digging around, and that's the one that caught my eye the best because it'll stack with what I already have. But he had pours in there. He had a 10-9 bar in there that was 10 ounces. That's just a little, I mean, it's just a slug of silver. It was like 4 inches by 2 inches tall. It was just a brick. He had kilo bars in there. He had all kinds of stuff. So I will be definitely stopping back and buying more silver from him. Even if I stop in only by 5 ounces, because I've been pretty aggressive on my silver stacking. This year, my goal is pretty aggressive. 200 ounces of silver and 5 ounces of gold. The 5 ounces of gold will be the hard one to get to because it's gold has inflated itself so high. But I'm close. What's the question mark for? $5 grams of gold for two 224 5-ounce Libertads and one business strike and one proof. 5 grams of gold. What kind of gold was it? Were the Libertads silver? You made out. He might have thought he was making out, but you made out. The deal was clearly in your favor on that one. But listen, man, a deal is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. You know, so if he's happy with his side of the deal and you're happy with your side of the deal, then fucking A. But you definitely, oh, it was more than fair. You made out, man. Just the 10 ounces of silver alone because of what they pay, because of what they pay for gold on the buyback. They pay like $28 to $29 a gram at 18% in most places, right? So if you think about that, then he only got 100 and we'll just say conservatively $180 worth of gold meltable at 18%. So you with your 10 ounces of silver just alone in the melt price itself, depending on when it happened, Did you do that recently? Hey, still at that point, if you think about what the buyback on gold is at that point, let's just say it was $35 an ounce or $35 a gram, right? $40 a gram. Let's just say $50 a gram. Even at $50 a gram, still $50 a gram of that gold, and you sold how much gold? 3 grams or 5 grams? That's $250. You're still ahead of the game with 18 and 22. Okay, so let's just say $50 a gram. You're still ahead of the game, and they would have never paid you $50 a gram for it. But at $50 a gram, you're still ahead of the game at 250, and the silver spot itself at that point was 330, three something. Yeah, you made out. Was it your first time there, or have you been building a relationship with them? Was it to a refinery? I thought you said it was to an LCS. I sell on whatnot. It's who you bought it from or who you sold it to. Nice. The two Libertards are worth it. Like I said, you made out in the deal. In my opinion, you made out in the deal. That was clearly in your favor. Oh yeah, just the silver value alone was worth it, is what I'm saying. And Libertards, you can add an extra premium to them because they sell for way more. As a matter of fact, what do you want for one of them? No, for the Libertards. I have a gold bag. I got something you might not have seen before. I've had this for a while now, actually. You collect the Libbies. That's cool. I have a couple of Libbies, but mine are only 1 ounces. You seen one of these before? This is not a dragon. This is a Zombuk. It's like a silver dragon. Guy on Whatnot told me he bought some of those on Whatnot. I was on last night. Guy in my chat said he's bought some of those on Whatnot for $30 a piece. I almost shit myself. Yeah, no problem, dude. I gotta cut too. Mega, thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Appreciate you. All right, Cartier. I'll talk to you later, bro. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. All right, Mega. I'm a cut, bro. Hit me up in chat or something. I'll see you on the next stream. I'll talk to you later, bro.